everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised. Retrostatic Radio presents Killing 15 Minutes.
Hello and welcome to Killing 15 Minutes, where we will give you your serial killer fix in 15 minutes or less, or your podcast is free. I'm Sam Rossi, and shortly I will be handing a poorly written synopsis of a serial killer to my brother, who hasn't read it, on a serial killer he's most likely hasn't heard of. This should be fun. Good luck, bro.
Thanks, Sam. Judy Buonanano. I'm sorry if that's not how that's supposed to be, but we'll run with it. Was born in 1943 in Texas. Her mother died when she was 4. He was sent along with her younger brother to live with her grandparents. When her father remarried, they moved to Roswell, New Mexico. She was reportedly abused by her father and stepmother. At 14, she spent 2 months in prison for attacking her father, stepmother, and their 2 children. I'm assuming was that other family?
Like the stepmoms.
Oh,
two
okay,
kids.
okay.
They're half siblings.
Okay, fair enough. On her release, she went to reform school where she graduated as a nursing assistant. In 1961, she gave birth to her son, Michael. At some point, she married James Goodyear, a sergeant in the U.S. Air Force. He died on September 16, 1971, in Orlando, Florida. His death was deemed natural causes. If you believe that to be the truth, you haven't been a crime junkie long. Especially since I don't think we've ever had someone die of natural causes. Maybe some of the serial killers. But yeah, no one ever pops up just to be... And they came and they went. In 1973, she moved in with Bobby Joe Morris. In January 78, murdered by poison, which was found out later in Trinidad, Colorado. You know, I didn't know that's where Trinidad was. Ba-dum-tsh. That same year, she changed her last name to Buenoano, a bastardized translation of good year. I didn't take Spanishes.
I think it's Italian.
No, bueno, which is good.
Yeah, but it's good in Italian also.
Is it?
Buenas noches.
Oh. Buenas noches is in Italian.
Am I thinking Bella Noches?
I think you're thinking Bella Noches.
I'm kind of hungry.
Buenas noches is good night in Spanish.
I want spaghetti.
I didn't take Spanish. You took Spanish.
Yeah, I failed it 3 times, remember?
Failed French. Je t'adore. Je te window. I don't care. Little math humor there. Anyways, Judy's son Michael became ill in 1979. Symptoms included paraplegia. Did he have the polio?
No, he did not get polio.
On May 13th, 1980, she took her son out in a canoe. If you guessed she drowned him, you're not wrong. The canoe rolled, and Michael, weighed down by both arms and leg braces, drowned. Following his death, she opened a beauty shop. Probably not as good as Queen Latifah's, but who am I to judge? I hate when you write jokes into these things.
I find them funny.
And be damned with what I think.
Exactly.
In 1983, Buenoano was in a relationship with John Gentry? Well, in Pensacola, Florida, Gentry's car exploded. at a friend's gathering. He did survive with severe injuries. During his recovery, police started to find several discrepancies in Judy's background. Further digging found that in November of '82, she was telling friends that Gentry was suffering from a terminal illness. Yes, the terminal illness is called loving a murderer. Buenoano was giving Gentry vitamin pills containing arsenic and paraformaldehyde, the polymerization product of formaldehyde. Whatever that means. You don't need to put whatever that means. I know what that means.
Oh, good.
Our listeners know what that means. They're all looking at you and wondering, how don't you know what a paraformaldehyde is? I'm kidding. They can't look at you. We're audio only. Stop looking so weird, man. They also gained a court order to dig up Michael Goodyear, James Goodyear, and Bobby Joe Morris. All three had been given arsenic. Both James Goodyear and Morris died from arsenic poisoning. Rumor has it she received large insurance payouts for each death. In '84, Buonanano was convicted for the murder of Michael and the attempted murder of Gentry. In '85, she was convicted for the murder of James Goodyear. She received 12 years for Gentry, a life sentence for her son, and the death of James. She was also convicted for multiple counts of grand theft and committed multiple counts of arson, all for insurance money. You skipped out all the burning stuff. This is a surprise arsonist. On March 30, 1998, she was executed by the electric chair in a Florida state prison, or at the Florida state prison. Her last meal was... You got another last meal, huh?
I found the last meal for y'all.
Close and end this on last meals. I get it. Her last meal was broccoli, asparagus, strawberries, and hot tea. She had no last words beyond, "No, sir." She was never tried for Morris's murders in Colorado. When police made the connection, she had already been sentenced to death, and they just wanted to speed things along. And that's the end of that chapter. And that notebook.
We just finished off Notebook 2.
That's Notebook 2 for all you listeners at home.
Wow.
Are we still planning on doing like a raffle thing on the Patreon to like ditch one of the books, or did you want to do the make a prettier version?
Well, I thought about to make the prettier versions of my notebooks.
Right.
But I like folding my notebooks.
That was true. I meant make it like we write them out on the, 75-cent spirals, and then we actually get one of the nice looking ones,
And have somebody else translate?
I'd write it.
Okay.
With my nice, pretty penmanship in cursive.
Not
your stoner chicken scratch.
No. It's the stoner's chicken scratch isn't when I'm stoned.
I know. Your writing gets better because it gets more ballooned. Like you do larger swoops with your P's and whatnot. So it makes it a lot more readable.
Yeah.
Because you get, it's looser but not...
I relax more.
Well, yeah, that's usually how it loosens up.
The best part about it is because of all the right shoulder pain, I relaxed more. I wasn't in as much pain, so I wasn't as tight.
That's fair.
At some point, I'll get back to writing, and we'll get to season 3. That has only like 5 episodes written in it.
Well, you had major surgery, Sam.
I did have major surgery.
But since we have just finished that...
Anything to say about Judy?
I
She's a typical Black Widow.
That's basically it. She is a typical Black Widow. I mean, that's all I can really say there. Like, I like the simplicity of these.
When I get a good, simple one.
A good, simple, straightforward. One day we do have to do a bonus where it's like, these are the types of serial killers, because you have a lot of people who think... Because, like, it's sort of the... Yes, this is the official definition of what a serial killer is.
Yes, and I found that going off of that one, parameter, which really is 2 or more murders
in a similar fashion.
in a similar fashion.
Some people do not count as goddamn serial killers.
No.
Like, because serial killer to me is, and I think to a lot of people, is not so much, oh, they killed 2 people. Serial. It is, there's a method. This is can someone be caught, when they've only done 2? Yeah. But at the same time, like, we covered the dude who, I really wish I could remember his name. The one who randomly one day, without any priors, fucking got a mom and her 2 daughters.
Yeah, that it couldn't be his first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because,
there was no way in hell somebody got that type of confidence on the first time.
Right. Unless it escalated into being a killing and all that, but
right.
That's not how anyone's reported, because
it's not how that was
no
reported.
No offense to you, I looked into it more after that, hoping that you missed, something. Not hoping that you missed something.
I know what you mean.
It's sort of like when I listened to, it was The Casual Criminalist, but he had a 2-hour, or Simon had a 2-hour thing on John Benet Ramsey.
Right.
I think it was Casual. It might have been Decoding the It was a Simon Whistler back thing, so I don't know. Because I honestly, I knew what I saw in Unsolved Mysteries 20 years ago.
Yeah.
In a 5-minute segment. And I think that's what a lot of people don't get about this. This is more us doing one of the segments off of Unsolved Mysteries.
I will totally agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
You don't get the entirety of the Boys on the Track from watching,
the 10-minute conversation on Unsolved Mysteries, but it's enough to keep you interested.
To want to know more.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about the original one. I did not like the new one at all.
No, not at all.
Like...
It's not.
It's not supposed to be a special event, and I think that's what a lot of people don't get about bringing back some of the older stuff.
No,
it is supposed to be this, and this is
it's one. Supposed to be like
you can't do it without Robert Stackhouse. 2, I don't think he's dead.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He's dead? I'm about to be really upset if you look it up and he's not dead. But no, he's dead, man. I know, because all my friends grew up in the same fucking latchkey system we did. So he helped raise us on Lifetime.
Yeah, he died in 2003.
Yeah.
Wow, born in 1919.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyways, I think that's where a lot of, it's the same thing with podcasters. I know I shouldn't be saying this on our what the fuck is going on in the world with these 2 fucks on the microphone sort of podcast, but Unsolved Mysteries was a comfort food show.
Yes, it was.
You had Robert Stackhouse talking like this. You had...
He will comfort you and scare the crap out of you all in one go.
Is there really a Bermuda Triangle? Do triangles actually exist? Shit like that. It was something interesting enough to catch your eye, not necessarily background noise, but it was something to just sit there and vegetate to. It's the same reason that a lot of murder podcasts, or in podcast period, are how they are today. Not necessarily because of Unsolved Mysteries, but you know what I mean. There's a comfort in listening to them. I can throw this on in the background, we listen to Go, my favorite sports team, and I love Distractable. Dad started listening to Distractable only because I had it playing on the work site. So, but it's something on in the background that can get interest without being the focal point. And it's why I think sometimes Retrostatic Radio doesn't do so well, because it is a show. We are far more a visual society, at least in the U.S., but we can't handle too much visuals. It's actually something really cool that you should look up about like Japanese websites versus American websites. American websites go for this minimalism, click as much as possible, partially because our ad revenue is based off of like
Per clicks.
not necessarily per clicks, but per like page visit. So if you have, one page that shows here's all the information that they will ever want. You know what I mean?
Right.
For like Nerds Resin.
Right.
Okay. Here's your order information. Here's all your stock. Here's everything all on one page, and you have one ad in the corner. You're only getting them visiting that one page. However, you break it up into here's one page for the order form that also has an ad. Here's one page for. Oh, sorry. This is completely off topic, isn't it?
Yes, we did.
Sorry. Who was this now? Oh yeah. She was quaint. She was nice. She was a comfort killer.
She was another quaint comfort killer?
I think so. Because while without knowing her personal backstory, or you know what I mean? We know her general backstory and everything, but it's very much not the same as... She was a usual, I did it for the insurance, I did it for the money. Which to me doesn't read serial killer in how we define it, or in how I define one.
I can see what you're saying. She's a Black Widow.
Yeah. She's a killer, no doubt. Did she kill multiple people? Yes.
In a similar manner, though.
In a similar manner, too. But I don't think it was because she was driven to do it by her mentality. I think she was driven to do it by the societal mentality of money. But everyone should buck the system. I've been AJ Carey.
I'm Sam Rossi.
Well,
Later,
we're just going to end that quickly, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Later, y'all.
Killing 15 Minutes is hosted by Arthur Carey, with scripts written and researched by Sam Rossi. If you like this episode or want to stay updated on this series, consider following Killing 15 Minutes on Patreon or Retrostatic Radio on all major social media platforms. Good night and God bless.
You're watching Retrostatic Radio.
Wheel of Random is turn, turn, turn. Tell us the 15 minutes we shall learn.
I'm Sam Rossi, writer and co-host of Randomly 15 Minutes, where the Wheel of Randomness gives me the topic and I write about it.
I'm Megan Klodnicki, and I'm the host of Randomly 15 Minutes. I cold read what Sam writes and learn in real time about a random topic.
You can find us on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Follow us on Facebook at Randomly 15 Minutes to get more random facts.